Hey, you guys, welcome to Songwriter Sessions. I've got Mr. Steve Virginia here today.
Howdy, everybody.
And today we're going to be deep diving into my song, Love Me Ugly. We wrote this one with me, Steve Virginia, Sam Koon, and our bestie, Alex Pennington Smith, who you've seen in a previous video, I believe, already. And I'm so excited to dig into it. So, Love Me Ugly is a really special song. I'd love to hear your take on it. But before we dig into yours, I want to give my little brief explanation. I like to call this song the song about unconditional love. It's about being able to love someone through the good, the bad, and the ugly, as the title of the song is, but kind of in a superficial but also an emotional and realistic way, kind of expresses the song in a way of the way that I think of love, which is it's absolutely effortless to love somebody when everything is right all the time. And if love is an action verb, if love is a verb, which we all know it is, then are you really loving someone if you can't go through the good, the bad, and the ugly with them? So what is your take on this song?
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. I think that, the capacity for people to be able to love you when times are hard is very rare. I think that most people, especially nowadays, it's instant gratification. You can be in love with anybody for 6 months, right? It's easy. You can go date them, you go on vacations, you go meet their parents. It's always easy, it's always fun. But then when
is
you
it
get
love or is it infatuation?
It's definitely not love. Love is making a choice to love that person even when things go horribly wrong, and you still have each other to back each other up.
Absolutely.
And love is doing something for them even though you don't necessarily want to, but because you love them, you want them to be okay. And so, I think that there's some great examples of that in your family, family, like your grandparents who have been together for 100 years, and your mom and Rick, and there's a lot of people in your life that show people what unconditional love can really be. And so, for me, getting to write this song with you is special on a bunch of different levels. Alex Pennington Smith had brought in this. It was a thing he had worked on. He had took a songwriter master class. For those of you guys that don't know Alex very well, he was trying to learn how to mix records, and he brought in this terrific track, and Jesslee immediately was like, I've got an idea for this, and she started singing the melody.
Yeah, it just kind of started pouring out of me. It was crazy, actually.
And she had the hook.
And at the time, I had never top-lined a song yet. I actually learned what top-lining was because of APS.
Yeah, and she had the hook, Love Me Ugly, already prepared, and had it for a while. And so we get done, and I think the craziest thing to me is Alex goes, well, let's cut a scratch vocal right here in the writer room. We were at RCA Studios on Music Row.
Is this your key moment?
This is kind of my key moment because it's new. This is when I knew that this song was really special to, well, not only just special period, but really special to Jesslee. Is she started singing the scratch track, and she got all the way through it. And of course, she's an incredible singer, and so everybody's jaws were like, it was like a cartoon. It's in their eyes, whoop, And
I just happened to be a really good day that day. I don't have perfect days.
That's
every
not
day.
true. She has perfect days every day. She sings. She could sing the phone book, and you'd listen. But so we're in there. She sings the song all the way through, and it just was spectacular. And so we brought it back to the studio because we produce records, all the records together, and we brought it back to the studio, and we tried to recreate the vocal, the magic of that vocal, and we just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And it was
the notes were right, but the expression and the performance just didn't hit the same. And I think the reason why that was because we had written this song, which was something that I had wanted to write for so long, and it was kind of in that season that I was living anyway. And at the time, it was just so true and so emotional for that moment in my life. And I think that's why the performance was so heightened that day.
Yeah, but it was perfect. And so
thank you.
What you hear on the record, or what you're going to hear on the record, is an actual scratch vocal from our Songwriter session, a one-take scratch vocal, which is never, ever, ever done in Nashville. Nobody ever keeps those because usually they suck. But in Jesslee's case, they're better than 100% of people in Nashville. So we kept it, and the vibe is great.
We used it. We put it on the record.
We did, because you can't beat it. And so that to me was a very special moment because it was really an artist connecting with a song that we had just created. A high-level artist doing high-level things because she felt the music, and that's really rare. So that was really special.
Well, I didn't even have to ask Mr. Steve Virginia what his standout moment was. He just went right into it.
Hey, man, that's typically what I do. I just go right into it all the time.
All right. Well, I appreciate you guys hanging out with us, and now we're going to perform the unplugged, very intimate version, the Songwriter session version of Love Me Ugly.
What if I don't wanna put my makeup on? Still taking up your time because I take too long. Baby, have you had enough yet? And sometimes when I stumble over words to say, I lock them up and turn around and walk away. Baby, have you had enough yet? I know my edges are off to the touch, but I don't think I asked for too much. No, I won't ever be a trophy wife in my perfectly imperfect life. If you won't stand up and fight, then you don't deserve to love me. Baby, through the good and bad, no, I'm always gonna have your back. So unconditionally, love me ugly. Love me ugly. What if I take over the remote control, changing up the channel on your favorite show? Baby, have you had enough yet? And sometimes I can be a drama queen, hot and cold and everywhere between. Baby, have you had enough yet? No, I won't ever be a trophy wife in my perfectly imperfect life. If you won't stand up and fight, then you don't deserve to love me. Baby, through the good and bad, no, I'm always gonna have your back. So unconditionally, love me ugly. Love me ugly. Sometimes selfish, insecure, baby, be my cure. At best, would you love me at my worst? No, I